I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All six of them.
Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another review. This is once again for Guillermo. Thank you so much for the PayPal request. And thank you to anyone who has done either that or supported me on Patreon. You do either one down below in the info box if you wish. PayPal, you request pretty much any type of video directly. Or Patreon, there's certain tiers and you can request certain things. So either way, feel free. If not, no worries. But now I'm going to talk about a found footage movie called Evidence. Again, thank you once again, Guillermo. And despite its flaws, and there are flaws, and I just see why people don't like this film. Maybe because some of the stuff I've seen recently, as in the past month or two, one I'm going to get to later on, that someone else requested, called Unaware, which is literally one of the most boring found footage. If you watch Unaware from 2010, which is free on YouTube, I'll rant on that later. That is literally one of the most boring films you will ever see in your fucking life. This, despite its flaws, it wasn't boring. The first half, you're going, it's another people lost in the woods, trying to be a bit like Blair Witch. 4 people go out in the woods. One is a guy named Ryan, who's a complete and utter douchebag. Who's the type of douchebag, oh, I'm making a documentary on my friend Brett. This is his first time camping. And then for the first half of the film, it's just so gung-ho and being a dick. No, I need to do this. And treating his girlfriend like shit. To the point that, oh, this guy needs to fucking get it. As in get a fucking windmill up his ass and tilt away. God, that's one of the big mistakes of the film, is for a chunk of the movie, this is our lead. Because he's the guy filming it. At least the movie's not dumb enough to say, you're supposed to like this guy. At least I don't think. It seems as if what he's doing is wrong. Because all the other characters call him out on it. But then just made me go, why does he have to be the guy holding the camera? If you want to douchebag that badly, let it be one of the other people, not the guy we've got to fucking deal with for a good chunk of it. I don't understand that type of thinking as a writer-director. I mean, people don't like Heather and the original Blair Witch Project, but I did. And yeah, she was headstrong, forceful, but I thought that was done a lot better than this character. I mean, Heather did some wrong things, but she still had more moments that I found her likable compared to this fucking guy. I didn't really find any moments with this guy likable, so yeah, that's one of the big problems with it. And the dialogue is not that bad. Again, the first half of this film is not that great. I'm going, oh my god. There's not much to the characters. The lead guy is more obsessed with the camera than his girlfriend or friends. And then spooky things start happening. They hear stuff in the woods, which I didn't mind the sound design of whatever that thing was. I thought some of the steer moments were actually pretty decent. For example, there's a moment where they're looking at something, and I'm like, what are they looking at? And then the thing moves, and it's in broad daylight so we can see it. I'm like, oh shit. I must admit, I thought that was a pretty decent moment. The reason I say at least the movie makes it seem as if this guy, we're not supposed to like him. Because there are movies that you have the worst asshole and the movie's so dumb, it still makes you go, he's the good guy. No, there's a moment where the guy overhears the other three talking about how Ryan is disconnected and tells this fucked up story this guy did. The movie tries to have his red herrings. For example, during camping, this one guy comes in with a gun hidden. He doesn't do anything bad. He just offers people a drink and, hey, can I sit by your fire? Have you seen my dog? But the other people, they don't know who he is. I don't think you ever see that guy again. So part of me went, why was this even in the movie? I guess as to act as a red herring. For me, maybe not for anybody else, but again, when I've seen films like Bigfoot County, The Zombie Diaries, Alien Abduction, Unaware, which I'll get to that piece of shit, Willow Creek, like some really boring or horrible films, the jump ahead, the second half of this film is pretty batshit crazy. That's kind of why I liked the film overall. Because it went batshit crazy in the second act, like the second half of the film, and I went, huh. Okay, I'm definitely not bored. I don't understand 100% what's going on. There's still issues, but I'm not bored. The second half of this film, it's like the writer and director just said, kitchen sink, fuck it. Fuck the kitchen sink, fuck the bed, fuck the bathtub, fuck your mama, fuck the goldfish, just throw everything in there. I almost kind of, I wouldn't say impressed, but I almost kind of smirking at just, what the hell is going to be thrown next? Which I'll get to in a bit. Again, that's kind of what made me enjoy. I'll say this. If you're at all interested, it's all for free on YouTube. Check it out. You think it's going to be just a Lost in the Woods. It's not entirely like that. I do wish that the characters were better. I do wish that there's a little bit more nuggets of information in the second half to make me understand a couple things. But I kind of liked the film. I must admit, I kind of liked the film for how batshit crazy it got in the second act. Maybe low expectations, low standards after watching some of this other shit, but what can you do? And compared to other found footage films, at least this does show stuff. Yeah, you get the cliches of a found footage, shaky cam, things of that nature, but it does show stuff at least. Idea more into spoilers starting now. It does show these creatures. They kind of look like, there's a movie called Attack the Block, and if you did sort of a practical version of those creatures, that's kind of what these things look like. I'm not sure how else, not really a gorilla, not really a bear. I didn't mind the look of these for such a low budget film. You actually do get to see quite a few moments with them. So it's not, you see nothing. There's a lot of films that have done that. Monster, which is a film for the Asylum, which was the rip-off of Cloverfield. Again, Unaware from 2010, Bigfoot County, Willow Creek, a lot. And there's certain moments I didn't mind. There's a moment where a guy's looking and he sees these weird writing on the trees. Can you hear that? Listen. Graham, I'm going, who the fuck wrote these? Was it the guy they saw earlier who's looking for his dog? I don't know. And one thing leads to another. They think they see something. It knocks down their camera because it went into a circle while they're by the campfire. They get in the camper. They go back. Boom, it's the next morning. One of theirs is gone. The guy Brett. This is when the other guy Ryan is just being such a complete and utter asshole to everybody, including his girlfriend. He went back to the city, and you guys need to shut the fuck up, and you stop talking about him. Yeah, you just wish that he fucked you. I'm like, you know what? You go fuck yourself. Someone should fuck you in your mouth so you can shut up. Put the dick in your mouth so it'd be quiet. Buy a fucking pair of zipper, maybe from this guy's pants. Put that, zip it, and then put the dick in. Like a fucking light bulb socket. God, this guy got on my nerves. Easily the worst part of the movie, in my opinion. Sad to say. But thankfully, after some stuff goes on in the camper, this guy goes off. He finds a shoe with a foot in it. Then I guess he finally wakes up from his asshole stupor, leaves his girlfriend, says he's going to get help. It's just the two girls. They get attacked, they leave, and they find the asshole with his intestines out. I'm like, yeah! I wish I saw it, but yes, he's dead. And the guy's intestines should have been wrapped around his fucking neck. I'm glad he's dead. Yeah. Get the village people in here. YMCA. Partay. But yeah, wish we had seen it, but it's for a review. I was like, thank God that guy fucking got it and looked like got it good. And this is where, again, there's a little bit of gore with aftermath gore. The second half of the film, okay, like these weird creatures. Okay, not typical for this type of genre. And then it just amps up where the two run, and then they're in a restricted facility, and then these creatures just coming at them left and right, and then there's gunfire, and they realize they're in the middle. I guess it's supposed to be some kind of base. I'm guessing they have medical testing, and they go through. There's like also a horse barn there, and they're chased by more creatures, and you see the creatures. I didn't mind the look of them. And then there's fucking crazy people, like infected people. I'm like, now, is this a fucking zombie movie now? 28 days later? And then there's a guy with a gun helping them, and they find gory dead bodies. And then there's these dudes in a pickup truck being chased, and boom, shooting these crazy ass zombie people. Like, I should say infected people. They're running at them. And then there's this one lady who's pregnant, and there's like this one little creature. I'm like, is that the smaller of the bigger ones? And I'm guessing they were testing on animals and then testing on people, and the government done fucked up. That's what I mean. It's like, it's amping up. I'm like, wait, what's going on here? But I'm not bored, and that's what I mean. Shit just darn crazy. I kind of admire that. With so many found footage films that do nothing and show nothing, whoever made this just said, fuck it, I just gonna go ape shit at the second half. With that said, it would have worked better if the characters were any worth a shitness. Like the two girls, they scream. That's really all I can say. One's a blonde and one's not. And they're avoiding gunfire. They're avoiding grenades. Even the second half, there are flaws where, yeah, you get the shady tam. But again, you do see more in this compared to other shady tam ones. There's one really piss poor edit that it took me a full minute to realize one of our characters was dead. Because she's looking at the blonde lady, then this edit, then there's blood here on the camera, and for a split second, as it's moving, it passes by, and I think you see a dead body on the floor. And that's where I went, this lady, the final person with the camera, gets up and is running. I went, oh, she's alone. I guess that girl, that blonde girl is fucking dead. I didn't even notice. I mean, I saw the blood on the, but I'm like, you would think she'd want to check out her friend. Are you alive? Check her pulse. Did she get shot in the head, in the tit, in the arm, in the under armpit? I don't know. But you think it would be at least a good 3 seconds. Oh my God. Oh. And then go, something. And then she's running. There's explosions happening and gunfire. She gets on a helicopter. She leaves, and then the movie ends. And I went, okay, she made it out, I think. But then throughout the credits roll, and then it'll show little snippets of footage. Like, here's the girl, and then, oh, she's not infected. Which is like contagion, negative. And so I'm going, is she dead? Is this an autopsy? But it doesn't, but it's just still pictures, like they're taking of her. And then after that, I'm like, okay, she's not dead because they have like an up close of her eye. You'll be just fine. But, and then it shows like random footage. I guess people afterward searching the facility. Aftermath and hazmat suits, and then they get attacked, and I went, this seems like a movie that just has a lot of questions and details that they just didn't want to go into. So by the end of the movie, I don't know if the lead character made it or not. I mean, she made it. I'm guessing she will die because of the government. They don't want witnesses. I'm guessing. It's funny, on Wikipedia they mentioned, oh, they want to make a prequel and a sequel. Oh no, they want to make a movie that will be both a prequel and a sequel. And I went, huh? Set it off, this ain't getting a fucking sequel. This came out 2012. And it gets confused with another movie that came out like 2013, also called Evidence. That's why for a minute, I'm like, oh shit, there's a movie with the exact same fucking title literally a year after this one. And no one knows about this movie, so ain't getting shit. So again, it does have its issues where there's questions I would like answered, I'm never going to get answered. Did the lead girl even fucking live? Probably not. What is the whole, I'm getting the details kinda, but not really, of medical facility. I'm guessing they were testing on animals. Is that why the horses are there? And then they're testing on people. Did the people become those banshee things? What the fuck they are? Was that in their full transformation? But the first half definitely hurts it, where you don't really care about the characters. There's really nothing to care about him. The lead guy's a complete other douchebag. The other guy, Brett, is meh, meh man, meh, M-E-H, meh, with a big M on his chest, might as well be. The two ladies, one's blonde, one's not, and they scream. That's really all you get character-wise of them. So I think whether better writing or something would have helped. Like better dialogue, better direction on the actors. Don't make the lead such a fucking utter douchebag. Or if you need a douchebag, just have it be one of the other peripheral folks. That's just me though. So it's flawed, but at the end of the day, did I have fun? Was just wondering what the hell they're going to do next in the second half of the movie. And even the first half, again, there were moments like they're looking at this blackish thing, at least from far away. Is that a bush? And then it moves. Some of the other stuff I mentioned, like the weird writings on the trees, like little like decent moments peppered throughout, and then pretty batshit insane second half. I had fun despite its flaws. It's not a film I would own. It's not a film I would rewatch again. But it was for free on YouTube. I've seen so much worse that the fact that I got some enjoyment out of this, especially for its second half, compared to Willow Creek and Bigfoot County and the Zombie Diaries and Alien Origin, which I never even reviewed. It was so fucking bad. And Alien Abduction, and even a film like Skinwalker Ranch, which was this meh. I even liked this more than that, because this one seemed, weirdly enough, faster paced. I don't know why. It just seemed like I never really got bored with it. So overall, for what it is, I didn't mind it. But that's just me. So thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you in the next video. Later.